Hey everyone, it's Mark from SnowOnly here. I am super excited today to announce a new side of our business that kind of runs in parallel with SnowOnly. It is called SnowOnly Plus, and it is based around our five-step guide. The five-step guide, just to give you a quick run through, starts with SnowOnly, and then there are 4 other elements to it. These elements are in no particular order: mortgages, legal, currency, and wealth management. We see that there is such an important side to this business, and we wanted to set up a side of the business that is absolutely dedicated to guiding people through this process. We've been in the industry for around 8 or 9 years now, and we can see how we've evolved and how people's buying process is evolving with these fundamental elements behind it. So today we are setting up SnowOnly Plus, and we have someone running the business that has lots of experience in this side. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Jake Roscoe. Hey, Jake.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Jake, yeah, super good. Jake is going to run the SnowOnly Plus side of the business. Before it was, I guess, all-encompassing one, but we realize how important these 4 elements are, and we want a dedicated professional kind of holding people's hand through this process. So what I wanted to do, Jake, we're just going to go through the 5-step guides. Obviously, the first one being looking for a ski property on SnowOnly. But anyone that has any desire to buy a ski property, then we know that these less fun but essential elements are behind it. So I guess over to you just to introduce the next 4 steps of the guide.
Yeah, for sure. So I'd start with a bit of an introduction on myself first. So I've been working in the overseas property space for 10 years now as well. So in a bit different to yourself, Mark. But I started my journey selling property in Spain to expats for my family business. I was working as an estate agent for 4 or 5 years. And then in 2021, I moved back to London and I started working in currency exchange. So understand that part of the process really well. Again, mainly focusing on people buying and selling property abroad. So indirectly involved in the buying overseas process. And that's led to here now. So super excited to be launching this with you guys and seeing, what's to come in the next coming weeks and months. So that's a bit of background on me. I'll dive straight into the guide. So yeah, like you said before, in no particular order, there's 4 essential services, apart from obviously finding the right property and being connected with agents and developers, which you obviously do very well already. We find that a lot of our clients have questions about mortgages, obviously, because it ties in nicely with the overseas property purchase. A lot of our clients ask if they can borrow money in the country of where they're buying. So in most cases in France, the answer is yes for non-residents, and the same for Italy and Switzerland as well. So we connect buyers with really good local mortgage brokers that our whole of market can provide a lot of different liquidity options, financing options. So that's the mortgage side of things. And then I'd say the next service would probably be currency exchange. The reality is most of our clients require this service at some point. We have a lot of UK clients buying in Europe. We have a lot of US clients buying in Europe and other countries as well. Dubai is one that we've done in the past, Mark. So yeah, having the right contact on the currency exchange side of things is arguably going to save you probably the most money along your buying journey. So having the right guidance at the right time, understanding the markets, timing things properly, understanding your options, your budget, essential to buying successfully. And whether that be, whether you've got a 500,000 euro budget or a 5 million euro budget, it's definitely worth having a conversation with a broker and an expert, a currency expert. And then I guess, yeah, like you said before, legal and notaire services. So making sure that you've got someone in your corner doing the due diligence for your purchase. In France, we recommend a bilingual notaire. It obviously speaks your language. Most people speak English, which is super helpful. And yeah, in Italy and Switzerland, we recommend legal advice, property specialists that deal with the buying and selling of local properties. And again, everyone speaks English, so super essential for the journey. You know, not a lot of people speak the local languages, so having someone that can explain things in your own language is super useful. And then I guess probably the most overlooked part of the journey is wealth management. Now, I always tell clients, you know, you've worked so hard to buy these nice overseas expensive ski homes. You want to make sure that you're protecting that asset. Now in the UK, there is inheritance tax on overseas assets, which a lot of people don't know. So having the right structure in place and having a pool of liquidity there in case any accidents happen on the slope, which unfortunately, as you know, Mark, does happen. Making sure your family's protected and making sure your asset is protected is definitely a conversation worth having with one of our partners. So that's kind of it in a nutshell, really.
Yeah, I think the reason that we made this a bit of a priority is that we want to emphasize that this isn't just a referral system. Jake isn't just going to get your details, pass them on to these people. It's more of a kind of a handheld process, because what we can do is accelerate the communication with the people that actually make the decisions on these kind of things. If you were just going to do this independently, you might have to go through maybe a series of people in the company until you find that person that you trust. We've kind of done that for you. We've been working hard in the background, finding the right people that make quick decisions and can help you. And Jake can facilitate all of this with personal introductions, and he won't just leave it at that. We will help with the process. If there's any detail that we need more, you can always communicate back with Jake. He is going to be your point of contact throughout the whole buying process. Any questions can come back to him. Yeah, Jake, what do you think? That's the idea, right? We're trying to give these people a very kind of tailored concierge service through this process.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, the last thing you want to do is be passed from pillar to post and not knowing, you know, where your details are being shared to and who they're being shared with. Every partner that we work with, you will be put in touch with the decision maker. So like you said before, the person that makes the difference. On the currency side, you're being put in touch straight with the trader, for example. On the mortgage side, you're being put in touch with a mortgage broker that's been doing it for 20 years. And again, you know, we've done the hard work in the background of finding these people and trusting these people and vetting these people, so that they're essentially an extension of the SnowOnly service. But again, you know, I'm the point of contact if you need anything, if anything, you know, needs chasing, or we can facilitate or speed things up, then we have the ability to be able to, you know, contact these people directly and sort of be that bit of glue between the process in between the process.
Yeah, and Jake, I think that one of the main things is we hear so often that the buyers are saying, "Let me find my property first, and then I will come back to you." We know in the industry, which sounds like a huge sales pitch, and it certainly isn't, that it is so important to get in touch with Jake as early as possible. We've seen so many, and one of the pains that we've seen so many situations where people have found the property of their choice and then have to go back to getting a mortgage of which they're not qualified for or can't borrow enough money. And then maybe if they do get the mortgage or don't, if you don't, you can't buy the property. But if you do, it usually takes between, say, 2 weeks and 2 months. By the time you go back to the property, it's gone. So we always recommend getting your ducks in order early before you go to not necessarily see the property, but before you have you're in a position to be able to make a genuine offer, knowing that you can purchase a property. So when is the best time to speak to you, Jake?
So the best time would be as early as possible. again, everyone's buying journey is different. Some people want to connect early and like to do their research and really look into things and make sure that they're fully prepared before their viewing trip. I think for me, the ideal time is before your viewing trip. If I can speak to you before your viewing trip and we can put you in touch with the right people, then you can start understanding, like we said before, your budget in the foreign currency. You can start understanding if you'll be able to get financing for that purchase. So really getting all the boring things out of the way, and then you can sort of focus on the fun bit, which is obviously looking at the ski home.
And also, I want to emphasize here, whether at any point during this 5-step guide, obviously searching on SnowOnly for a ski property is absolutely free. But initial conversations with currency, mortgage, notaires, and wealth management, again, they're not a paid service. They're absolutely free to have these calls with these people, just to see if it aligns with what you're trying to do. So, as I said, if you have 10 minutes to speak to these people, it is definitely worth it, because as we've seen in the past, Jake, people have kind of think, oh, it's not for me. They then have a conversation and realize how much money they can save or how much they can protect to their asset.
Yeah, definitely. And it's about time as well, Mark. Obviously, everyone wants to save as much money as possible, but also, we're essentially speeding up your process. Of course, you can go online and you can search for the contacts yourself and spend time doing that. But again, we've already done that for you. So you're saving yourself a lot of time, which a lot of our clients, the reality is, don't have, they're asset rich but time poor. So we're facilitating there as well.
Yeah. Look, I'll wrap this up, Jake. But I'm super excited to launch SnowOnly with you, SnowOnly Plus with you. I think it's going to be a great service for people. Just before we go, I just want to show how to get in contact with Jake. Hold on 1 second, add to stage here. So what you can do is, the best way to do it is if you go to snowonly.com, you will see at the top here, there is a 5-step guide. You can just click on that 5-step guide and then download it. Or if you are looking at the properties, you can scroll a little bit down the homepage. You will see here, there is a SnowOnly Plus logo. You can see the 5-step to simplifying your ski property purchase. See how we can help. Click on the how we can help, and there is a guide to download there. As soon as you have downloaded that guide, the information will go to Jake and he will be able to give you a call. Alternatively, you can reach Jake on jake@snowonly.com. I think that's it in summary, Jake. Apart from that, for anyone that's listening, please get in touch with Jake. I think it will be a super helpful service if you are considering buying a ski property. Just to finish off, this isn't exclusive to ski property. If you are considering anything like wealth management, currency, mortgages, outside of the ski property, Jake can help as well. But Jake, just signing off. Thank you very much. Any last words?
Yeah, just if you're serious about buying a ski home this season, then reach out. It might be the best thing you've done for your ski property purchase. So I look forward to speaking to some of you in the coming weeks and months.
Perfect. Thanks, Jake.
Thanks, Mark.
Take care. Bye.